be in the group with everybody else, but some kind of way I was doing something that boss man didn't want me around the group because I'd be like a cancer. Everything that I did challenged him. So I had to stay by myself, locked up all the time. And it didn't start in the youth court, it started in juvenile hall right up there, you know. From the very beginning, any time I came in with the system, in contact with the system, this is not new, it's just that maybe it's kind of DNA, like I already know that whatever they're about, it ain't no good for us. I just know that. So I respond to that, and they know that I know that by my response to them. So as our brother was saying, your DNA is in your dream. I say something different. I don't say your DNA is in your dream. I say, is your dream in your DNA? You know, like what you visualize, what you want to do. Does that make up how you respond? And once it gets pretty well set in, it becomes true. So if the police say, you don't have no license, I said, look, don't talk to me about no license. If you don't like it, take me to jail. Just take me to jail. That's the first thing I tell them. I don't want to hear nothing about, I don't have a right to do. Y'all took my license, y'all did all of this. So don't tell me nothing about this, take me to jail. And shut up talking to me, because I don't feel like listening to it. You know, this is automatic. So that prepares you for a whole set of realities. It produces a reality, and you're going to have to be ready for it. Okay. 2020 vision. But now we have vision with outside assistance. That's what I believe that where we're heading now. This is the time for it. I just hope we prepare for it. I don't believe that there's any way that this stuff is not going to work. I don't see it. You know. And we're not starting from half the work is done. You know, we already have the framework for everything, right, we talked about doing. So all we have to do is do it. Yeah, by the time, within a short period of time, like I say, if the nice little lady don't call within a week, I guess it's a week now, okay, we'll get somebody else. It'll be fine, because it said, you want to really get involved in life, because see, all this stuff that people be talking about, our people have never experienced that. They don't, you know what I mean? And look, if people knew how good you felt by experiencing all of that, everybody would be lined up. I'm going to do it, because if it costs you 16 hits upside your head, it feels like 10,000 breaths of fresh air, right? It's unbelievable. So, and this stuff is addictive. After a while, you ain't gonna, hey, you know, like once you done had some good blows, and somebody puts a lot of something that ain't no good, you say, I don't want that. That stuff will give me a backache. Some of it will. One of my friends had some blow. We drove down to LA to get shipment. And then our connection happened to have some blow. He said, y'all want some of this? So we started. I said, how much? He said, this So we both had backaches because whatever the medicine, something the guy was cutting it with, it'd give you a backache. Man, backache gone. From then on, I said, this is it. This is it. You know, so it's like tasting a good food. If you taste a real good dish, you say, I don't want that. That don't have butter in it, real butter. It's got margarine, it's got all that little stuff in it. I don't want that. You taste it and you won't. So the life they're describing, retirement, one of the poor brothers come by, he said, well, they might slack up on you a little bit, Imam Musa, because they might think you're older now. I said, oh, well, that's fine. I hope they do think that, because that means when you get older, you know, like we talking about, you mean the sophisticated old man, you know what I mean? He gets sharper when he get old. Yeah. The old master idea, you get sharper. So I hope they do think, well, just getting old. I said, that's fine. That's fine. I hope they do think that. You know, anyway, are there any comments so far? Okay, if not, these are, the other thing to remember is everyone is the way they are because of their neighborhood, their environment, and their basic history. So in our process of transforming ourselves, we want to help transform them. Not because we're better than them, but we want to be able for them to bring the best out of themselves. Yep. So that helps the attitude, and people can tell if you got an attitude, you know what I mean? Yep. Hey, you got an attitude, you think you're better than. It's not when you are the correct type of teacher. The correct type of teacher wants the student to become better than them. A good teacher that's got a master's degree, he wants you to finish up, get your PhD, going all the way, right? That's a good teacher. All the teachers we had in those black colleges all a long time ago, they all wanted us to go all the way. At least they did in those days. They told everybody, you got to be twice as good or even more than that to just get in the door. And as far as if you like adventure, if you like drama, if you like action, you know, on the TV they got push this button and you get all the action movies, right? Push another button, you get drama. You know what I mean? You push another button and you get adventure. Those adventures ain't nothing. I'm telling you, they're just the most boring thing. Watching those things is so boring. I mean, everybody else, ooh, let's look at that. Man, you want to get energized, mess with boss, man. That's what I tell everybody. You want some adventure? Mess with boss, man. See what happens. You're going to get adventure-rated, boy. You're going to get taught and trained better than anywhere. He's good at that. You're going to get adventure, real live adventure. And it's kind of like war. People that go to war and they get addicted to war, they don't like well, in a way, what we're doing is it's an addiction to peace. It's an addiction to implementing good. That's what it is. There ain't nothing bad about it at all. It's not, I want to kill people or I want to hurt people. No, not that addiction to war. They get addicted to that. But we get addicted to doing good. Enlightened motivation, develop style, a new world. And we have here the people are not not failures. The people are not failures. The people are not guided, that's all. The people are not failures. They're just not guided. Okay, Roof Bookstore, vintage books, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Now I'll just mention a few things that I don't think this one is on there. There's something about the excitement of this time of life. You can feel like in Jahiliyyah when we be getting big money, you know, like say you're making not $1 million a day, that's what they make in New York. But suppose you're in a small town like Oakland and you're making $10,000 a day. That in the 60s, not now, wouldn't be nothing now. You could feel your blood pumping, you know what I mean? And like the guy said, get up in the morning, you don't have to worry about sleeping too long, because you get money. Can you imagine? Everywhere you go, you're going to pick up money. Go over here, I'm picking up $2,000, $3,000. Go over here, I'm picking up $4,000. I remember in '69, the second in command, he came into the record shop, and I said, "How much did we make today?" He said, "Man, we didn't make but $5,000 a day." I almost fell out. I was so sad. It was a shame. That's 5,069. It's like $50,000 now. 10 times that's what it was. Go check a car. A car costs this. A house costs $69. A house costs $15,000. 3-bedroom house. It don't cost that no more. So I said, man, $5,000. I felt all right, but it was kind of a sadness, you know, a little light sadness. I said, man, that's bad, you know. It's sad. It just shows you, but you can feel life. It's like now, when you're in the movement, you can feel, when you're alive, you feel the weather, you feel everything. When I go out and run in the hills, not the hill, I don't even have to run no more. All of them 100-mile runs, well, 10-mile runs. I don't have to do that. I just go up and down a couple of times. That's it. Go lift a little iron, finish. And I feel great. Well, at a certain age, you can't do all that stuff anyway. But I'm trying to say is, you feel alive. No matter what people think, you feel alive. That means you engage. Imagine other people sitting at home watching TV, they just feel, I don't know, pitiful. I don't know what they feel. You know, everything that you do after that, it's valuable. I was looking at this article from years ago. This little article, Benefits of Urban Trees. Man, is so well done that I became an expert on trees and what they do in the urban neighborhood. They keep 57,000 gallons of water, one big tree, you know, in the soil. All of that is just the shade it produces, the feeling of harmony, you know what I mean, with all those trees. Suppose you're in just big buildings, no trees, it feels sterile, you know what I mean, like being in a cell, stuff like that. The amount of carbon that the trees supplement. Trees conserve water, reduce soil erosion, save energy. Because if you got, Sister Bahia was going to cut a big bush down that was next to the house. It's right over where I walk. You know the bush, when I go downstairs, there's a bush right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I said, don't cut that thing down. I said, shoot, all that sun. I said, that thing is going to keep the kitchen right above. And my daughter's bedroom, I said, that's going to block all that sun that goes down over there. Shoot, and all the, I said, do you look at our place? I said, how many people have their own little wooded area? I said, don't those deers with antlers come back and they be back in our backyard? Yeah. And then beavers, whatever them things is running around. That's why I don't plant no more flowers, because some boys come out and they eat the top. So I said, man, I bought some little keep the animals away stuff. I said, I ain't gonna put that out. They got it right. They got it right. But I ain't gonna plant. They come by and eat the whole, next to the house, all the tomatoes. They just go right down and systematically eat all the tops off the tomatoes. All the tops off the flowers. I said, man, don't y'all, I ain't gonna plant no more, because they don't give you no break. And you don't want to kill them. I mean, because they just doing what they do, right? Say, man, y'all gonna be eating leaves now. You're not gonna eat all the stuff I'm gonna plant, you know what I mean? And I had to build a fence and keep you out. No, I'm not gonna do that. So I just said, that's it. But look at just our neighborhood, just that woods back there, just all that wooded stuff back there. And right up by the graveyard, right up by our house, and there's a creek by your house. How many people have a creek right by their house? And animals need something to drink, right? So, where are they going to come to get it? They're going to come and drink next to your house. So you feel like it's a good feeling, you know. It's a wooded feeling right in the city. It's a wooded feeling right in the city. And if you're a country person, you like that. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me speed up. But so we have, now this same type of literature, starting in the next few days, we'll be going by offices that have this stuff right for this. We'll be visiting all offices of all the tree huggers and the environmentalists. And pretty soon we'll sit and talk with them. Well, what's y'all's solution? How you think that's going to work? How you think that's going to work? Well, you know, we thought about this a little bit. Pretty soon we're going to be friends. There's nobody can stop us from going visiting offices, right? So we're going to visit the office. We'll stop by, pick up a little literature, you know what I mean? As we write a few articles, we may leave a few of our articles, right? They said, boy, Nick's got sense, because a lot of people, you don't see a lot of Negroes talking about environmentalism. Blood lives matter. Well, if it ain't no greenery and the ocean all messed up, ain't nobody's life gonna matter. You know what I mean? I'm saying but how many? So we got a big opportunity to do good, and that's what I believe we're involved in now. We're involved in doing good. There's no secret plan to do nothing. We don't have to do nothing. Like for America, look at America right now. Just look at America. They voted down in. We didn't vote them in. We don't vote. I don't vote. I ain't voting for nobody. I ain't voting now. You gotta vote. I ain't voting. They didn't fix this thing. My name is not on none of this stuff. Right? None of the amendments, none of the nothing. And you didn't have 170 years to stop shooting niggas. So if you ain't figured out if you can cure if you're ready to put neutral bathrooms for other people, right? Or this got it on the bathroom. Something, whatever you're gonna do. Boys over here, girls over there, and then it. And then they're gonna break down in a few years, they're gonna have break down it, it pro, it negative, it red, it green, right? They're gonna break it down so it's gonna be boys over here, girls over here, and 4 or 5 different, right? They probably did it already. They just haven't. They're already doing it somewhere. It's crazy. And then the place where niggas go, niggas still the same, right? Just niggas. I've got it all all the time. Niggas. Oh, you're in the wrong seat, mister. Didn't you see the sign? I didn't see no sign. Well, everybody here know niggas. Niggas, that's what, right? Ain't nobody did nothing. They can fix them up. And they got all kinds mixed in. They got white ones, black ones, Mexican ones, everybody. And they can fix their stuff in no time. Bam! And now, when you go to the TV, it's got a court, they got you. If you don't like the multiplicity of peoples, something's wrong with you, right? You don't like this kind of people, that kind of people. I like everybody, but I mean, there ain't no problem, but you got to, or else you are such and such. I said, man, that was fast. They come in on our coattails talking about we want freedom. And niggas didn't have no freedom then, they don't have no freedom now. They done already got theirs, and they going somewhere else. They got freedom plus 50, they're gonna have freedom plus 90, they're on the road. And we still in, I said, no, I ain't voting for none of this stuff. We gotta fix it, Anyway, there's a vocabulary to go with this. We use toughness, willpower, persistence, durability, unbreakability, dreamland, visualize, endurance, from duro, hard, to last a long time, pertinacity, relentlessness. The Quran says, Shaitan is relentless.